Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? We out here, you feel me? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ryan, back at it with another video, you feel me? Alright, so in this video, I'm about to show y'all how to create text, how y'all can manipulate text to do some dope things for y'all t-shirts, because when a lot of people do start off, they make like generic, kind of like, plain, boring kind of text, kind of fonts, or designs. So if you want to sell t-shirts and stuff like that, you gotta have that creativity behind it. You gotta do some artistic things. You feel me? So I'm about to show you how to do that. I use Adobe Illustrator. At one time I was using Adobe Photoshop, but I'm using Illustrator now. So I'll be showing y'all in Illustrator how y'all could create the text and manipulate it and do some things and bend this and turn that and switch that, you feel me? All that type of stuff, because you want to have some dope, unique designs to sell to the consumers out there, you feel me? I'm not no graphic design artist. I didn't go to school for these things. I self-taught myself a lot of these things and just went through the trial and error, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna know all the terms and everything specific like that, but I'm gonna show y'all what I know in my experience dealing with this whole art form, okay? Alright, so we gonna get into that. Y'all stay tuned, man. Alright, so here we are, Adobe Illustrator 2021. I'm gonna create a new document. Alright, I already have a preset for me. So I have my measurement set at 4 by 5, 4 inches by 5 inches. I have my color mode set at RGB. I'm only using that right now just to show y'all a demonstration of how to create text and stuff like that. So I have that set at RGB. But usually, if you're going to send your design off to a screen printer, you want to use a CMYK coloring, because that's what they use to print their design. So you want to use that so colors match up and everything match up, so you won't have too much problems. Alright, so but for right now I'm going to use RGB. Select that, make sure that your raster effect is at 300 ppi, and create your new artboard. Right? Okay, so usually when people start off and they want to start making t-shirts and stuff like that, they'll come up with like a regular quote or a saying, or some words, and it would be generic, it would be plain, you feel me? So what I'm going to do is come up with something real quick. Let's use something that say hustle too hard. Right, so let's just say you was making a t-shirt that said hustle too hard, right? So we're gonna press back the selection tool, go back to the type tool, make another text. We're gonna add the number 2. Okay, back to the selection tool, then we're gonna go back to the type tool to add another text and add hard. Right, so hustle too hard. Let's say you want to make a shirt based off of that. So right now I'm about to just kind of enlarge these words. So right now I'm on Windows, so I will press Alt and Shift, and I will go to one of the corners and drag and make it a more bigger text. Same thing for the other two. Alright, so same thing. That I'll put that like right there, and do the same thing for this one. Hard. Alright, let's make that a little more bigger. Okay, so let's put this right here. Alright, so sometimes when people would just send this to the cutting machine and just press this on the shirt and feel like, yo, this is the next the next trend, you know what I'm saying, and you're gonna sell a whole bunch of these shirts. But realistically, it's not gonna go like that, because people will look at it and be like, okay, I don't know if I would spend $20, $25, $30 on a shirt that just say this and look like this. So you want to bring your creativity out, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be scared to to play around with these things on here. You know what I'm saying? So alright, so usually a lot of people will go to this one font that everybody uses, which is called Impact. You know, I know y'all kind of seen this font before. You feel me? Alright, so you know, you will see stuff like this. You will see certain shirts that say this and or that look like this with this kind of font. It's too generic, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna use it. What I'm gonna do is add some sauce. You dig? So alright, so I got a font right here that's called Art Brush Medium, and usually my fonts I download them from thefont.com. So let's say we have this right here. That's a different font, and then you could take this word right here, hard, and you could make that into something else too. You know. So just don't be scared to try different things, man. Don't be scared to, you know, so even look at that go hard too. But don't be scared to try different things. Alright, so I got something called Mirror 007. You feel me? Alright, so just by that look a little different. That look a little extra saucy, you know what I'm saying? But it might not still be enough, right? So what you could do is now, let's say you add an effect to the word hustle. Okay, so you will go to your properties panel, right, which I'm on already. You will go down to your FX, choose an effect, you will click that. It will open up a little drop box. You will go to your warp section. You got these options: arc, arc lower, arc upper, arc bold, shell lower, shell upper, flag, all these things, right, you could choose from. We're gonna go basic and just pick the most simplest thing, which is the arc. Okay, so now that opens up. We're at 25% right now with this. So let's say you want to add more percentage. This is how it will go. Right, and if you go down to the negative, you know what I'm saying, that's how that will go. So I'm gonna just keep it at like the 25%. You feel me? Or I might just do 30% just because. Make it a little more. Alright. So that right there can stay like that. You got that, right? You got that hustle. You got that, like, you know, ain't just straight and ain't just plain. It got a little drip to it, you feel me? Alright, down this tool, what you could do with this now, you could also change the font on that, but we're gonna just keep it how it is. Right? This hard word you could do. You could go to your pen tool, but before I go to the pen tool, I'm going to right click this, create outlines, right? Okay. Usually you have a span right there, but I don't know why I can't press that. So what you could do is now, once you create the outlines, if you zoom in, which I'm clicking Alt and I'm, you know, using the mouse to zoom in and out, you see a whole bunch of these dots and stuff like that all around this one letter. You feel me? It's a lot, but don't get overwhelmed by that. So let's say you go to your curvature tool, not even, your direct selection tool. Alright, that's what we're going to click. So now when you click this now, you could do some things to the edges of that letter. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you come here, you see where it say anchor, you'll click that and you could drag, right? And that's how you manipulate the text do stuff like that. Right, come over. Let's say you want to do that to this corner right here. You want to do something different. You know, you come and you do something like this. You feel me? Then you go to the A, and you know you can click one of these things and we'll click the corner and do some stuff like this. You feel me? Click the corner of this one, do the same thing. You know, so it's just little stuff like that you could do to your text just to manipulate it and just to create something different. So let's say you want this tool. This is a plain tool, right? You'll right click it, create outline. You'll pick your direct selection tool, and like I'm saying, you got all these little anchor points around the number 2. So let's say you want to just drag this down, make this a little wider, or come out like this. You could do stuff like that. Collect this other anchor point, you know, and do stuff like this. This is like a whole little duck or something, a whole little goose. But you know, you could do stuff like that, little swan. That's what it look like. But you could do stuff like that, man, and play around with it, you know. Right. Stuff like that. So you see the tool already look different just off of me manipulating that text, you know. If you wanted to hustle now, you do the same thing. You'll press that, select that, create outline. It's going to give you the outline of the original placement, the original form of the text. So you'll press that, and you could do this to the E, you know, add stuff like that. You could go to the H and you could play around with the H, and this copied it, and you could go, you know, go do stuff like that. So it's just like, you know, it's just stuff that you could do where you just don't be scared to try things, and don't be scared to press around, you know, and drag things around. You just never know how it might look, right? So you see how that come out right there. Then you can do all this type of stuff. And you go to the E. You know, click one of the anchor points, pick that up, and you know. So I know it ain't the most prettiest design right now, but I'm just showing y'all that y'all can play around with it, you know, and stuff like that, and create something different. You want to add colors, you know, change the color of it. I'll put this like towards the red. You feel me? This hard right here could be red right here, you know, for that A. If you want to select one of these letters, you could select one of these letters. You know, this anything, man. You feel me? Just anything. If you want to add like a stroke, you can add a stroke around it. So you go to your properties panel, stroke right here. You can change the color. Say you wanted some yellow stroke around it. I don't know. That don't look too pleasant, but you know, you could just, so you could do things, man. You could play around with it. Don't be scared to add some sauce. You feel me? So you can do stuff like that. So this right here will probably sell more than when you just had it blank and you just had it, just everything was just simple and just, and plain, So that's how you can manipulate text and you create something more different for your t-shirt design. Alright, so now if you want to export this now, you will save it. How you save it, save as, put the name, save it in your folder, go back, and then you'll export it, and you export it as. Then when you do export it, you'll change the name. You got the drop down box right here, and you will click the PNG, which is the most popular format to use, and you can save that. Once that's saved, once you export it now, you're gonna have this box come up, and then you want it to be transparent so you won't have no background. So when they say background color, make sure it's transparent, or if you're doing a background color, you could do a background color white or black, but I like to do it transparent so I could just put this design on any mock-ups or anything like that. So you'll press OK and you will save this design, export it as a PNG. Alright, so that right there is just a little something just to make you not use boring generic designs and text, man, to put on your t-shirts. So that was a video. I showed y'all how to create text in Adobe Illustrator, also how you could manipulate certain fonts and change that up and create something different and dope, for your t-shirts, because remember, you don't want to just create a generic plain old design, you want to have some sauce to it, you want to have some creativity, some art to it. So be expressive, don't be scared to try different things, don't be scared to add this or take this out. You want to create something that's eye-catching, that's unique, so express yourself, be creative, all that good stuff. I hope y'all learned something from this video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment any questions, any ideas, any suggestions that y'all want, that y'all need help with, and I will see what I could do. You feel me? Until next time, we out here. You dig?